Today we're talking about the new DreamWorks animated film Spirit Untamed. So let's talk about if it's worth your watch. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming content. A young girl named Lucky Prescott moves to a small frontier town where she meets a wild Mustang named Spirit and immediately bonds with him. Question of the video: what is your favorite DreamWorks animated film? Comment down below with your answer and there you can find mine. Spirit Untamed is the latest DreamWorks animated film, and this is not a direct sequel to the first Spirit film that was released in the early 2000s. Instead, this is based off of the Netflix animated series Spirit Riding Free. I tried so hard to not compare the first Spirit movie to this new animated film because the difference in the way that it looks is completely just different from each other. The new Untamed film is more in line with most recent DreamWorks animated films. The character designs and the animation all looks like something of the last few years for DreamWorks, especially when I'm thinking of characters from Boss Baby. Where Spirit, I feel like in the early 2000s, DreamWorks was testing different things out, what was working for them before they kind of hit their stride with certain movies like How to Train Your Dragon and the Madagascar franchise and Kung Fu Panda and Shrek. They were testing different things out and Spirit was one of them. They're just completely different the way that it looks. This movie does not reach the heights, the beauty, the emotion moments that that first Spirit movie had. Although it does not feel like the original Spirit film, and I have not watched the Netflix animated series at all, it was an okay film. I will give it that. It's not one of DreamWorks' worst films ever made, but it's not their best either. The best thing I could say about this movie is the fact that Lucky, this young girl, really fits the role of your typical horse girl movie, and her trying to find herself, and along the way finds her tribe, finds the people that she is best friends with, and reconnecting with her father, who's voiced by Jake Gyllenhaal. I like the story of the young girl trying to find herself, and she immediately connects with this horse named Spirit, and I think they developed a pretty strong bond throughout the film. There's a lot of development going into Lucky and Spirit's relationship, and Spirit was regarded as this horse that was hard to handle and didn't get along with people. The film wrote in a lot of scenes to where you can connect with the relationship and you're watching them grow throughout the film together, even if it was some more personal moments between the two or some more exciting, thrilling moments. I did appreciate the amount of effort that went into creating this relationship between this young girl and the horse. While this is all going on as well, she's trying to reconnect with her father because she lived with her aunt for most of her life, and she's going to go live back with her father. But much like her relationship with the horse, it's not perfect right away, and they have to really work at it. The film never forgets the initial setup for this movie is that she went to go live with her father, then met the horse. They don't forget about the father and the daughter's relationship throughout the film. That's another strong point of the movie. The movie is only an hour and 28 minutes long. And yes, there's a lot of development going into certain relationships, but also the pacing is very fast. We're supposed to have this emotional connection to this young girl. She lost her mother in the beginning of the film, and so she goes to live with her aunt and then eventually her father. That all happens so fast that you can't really catch up to the emotional beats of the movie, and they just don't hit because of its really quick pacing and the really limited runtime for this film. You're just not emotionally invested in this young girl's life and her story until she is a little bit older and it slows down. We start to focus more on her and Spirit and her father. And those are the two main storylines. There's also another storyline with a group of people that want to tame the horses, and they're doing it in an abusive way. And so Lucky and a group of friends try to stop that from happening. So there's multiple storylines that go on. They all kind of intertwine with each other, and they work out the best they can. The animation is decent. Like I said, it's not the best looking DreamWorks movie. I really loved the traditional animated style of Spirit from the early 2000s. This one feels much more like that Netflix series. Like I said, I haven't watched it, but I've seen what it looks like. It's more in line with that. It's not a terrible looking movie by any means. And when the horses are running freely, and when we first are introduced to Spirit, also, the score really accompanies those thrilling sequences, and the young girl's reaction to seeing the horses for the first time, I think, really fit those moments. So Spirit Untamed is not terrible by any means, but it's not an emotionally investing film. Neither. It's not a movie that you're really connected with the characters, but you do enjoy some of the storylines throughout. It does feel very average and typical at times. It's not one of the most exciting DreamWorks animated film, but it does work on certain levels. Mostly the relationships and some of the animation is pretty good as well. My daughter did enjoy it though. She's young, she's 3 years old, and she was glued to the screen for about good 20-30 minutes of the movie, then ran off to play with her toys. But she did enjoy watching most of the film, and you know, it's hard for her to really sit down and watch a movie, but she was enjoying watching this movie at home. So I got to give it props that, you know, it did catch her attention when most movies do not. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Spirit Untamed a C+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Spirit Untamed, the new DreamWorks animated film. Stay tuned for more up and coming animated content. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.